you will not always see that StatCrunch button next to the question in My Math Lab. You still have access to StatCrunch. Just bring up another web window, browser window, type in this address, www.statcrunch.com, enter it, and you'll see that you have a sign-in. You put in your My Math Lab user ID and password. Let me make sure I have the right password here. Let me type it in. Again, this is just My Math Lab or My Stat Lab, user ID and password, and I sign in. And now I'm at a home page where I can do various things. And our basic idea is to open in StatCrunch. And we'll do that. And we get to the StatCrunch window again. Okay. Now, what I want to do is enter the data. There's two ways to get the data. We don't have that shadow box again. We can type the data directly in. So I just made up some data, and now we can do the same stats that we did before. And we get our variance, standard deviation, or whatever else we want to have reported to us. Okay? So you can do this even though you don't see the StatCrunch button next to the question. Now, finally, many of you will have a problem opening up StatCrunch because of Java. This is especially true for Apple users. People who have an Apple computer, Macintosh computer. You can avoid the Java issues by this little link down here in the lower right-hand corner called Open in Mobile. Click on that. It'll open up a non-Java version of the StatCrunch. And you should be able to see this on any computer you have. And there is your data again. Now, what I want to do is I want to show you this one other way to get the data in. You can copy and paste the data into these things. It's a little bit awkward. StatCrunch is not the most user-friendly program I've seen. But once you get used to it, it's not hard at all. I can copy data into the clipboard and paste it in. Okay, so what I'm going to do is, here's my data. I've made up some other data. I'm going to copy it. And now what I'm going to do is I am going to load this data into StatCrunch. So I have to go to Load Data in the middle, Load Data in the middle button, and do from paste. You can also do it from a file. Okay, and now in this window, I'm going to paste the data with a Control-V. My data's in there. Sometimes you may have to have a delimiter. You might have your data separated by commas. You need to change this. We don't have to do that here, but you may have to change that. You also want to deselect, unless you really have a title in here. There's no title in this data I pasted. So I want to take this out because otherwise the 34 would be taken as a title, not a number. And now we just do Load Data. And there's our data in StatCrunch, and we can do our answer again. So again, StatCrunch is available to you, as are a lot of technologies. A lot of people have Excel. A lot of people have the TI-8384. If you're having issues calculating this stuff, I urge you to get familiar with StatCrunch or one of the other technologies. Thank you.